Hi guys, welcome back. It's UK here. This is a vid response to Dawnforge Cast. Is it legit? New character, same loot, same level. I watched the follow-up to that particular vid today, so I'm going to do this as a response there. I touched on this particular issue in a vid, I think ended 2012, something like that, because it was kind of relevant to something that was going on in the Rise of the Runelords Pathfinder game that I'm playing at the moment. Because in that, the GM had basically based everyone's initial starting XP based on the amount of background material that they gave him. And it unbalanced the party to an extent, because it meant that people who, you had a discrepancy of levels. Most people were level behind. I think one character was possibly even two at one point for a short period. And it was a very silly way of doing it. But leaping forward to the relevant sort of like questions that were raised here by DFC. In my mind, if you have a new character, or let's say new player, whichever way around, join your game, they should be on the same XP as everybody else. That's the same level, the same XP. Because the game is designed for you to have a balanced party. And by that I mean balanced in XP and levels. If you've got a discrepancy there, you are weakening the party against the established or expected challenge ratings. It's also unfair, I think, to pull someone back and go, right, yep, your character's just died, you're now a level behind everybody else. It's like, what? I know that if I was part of a group and that sort of thing was pulled in, we managed to sort of like live with it with the Pathfinder game, but now that we've had a bit of a party kill and everybody's back on the same level, hopefully we'll be stuck there. But I think if it had carried on, or if I was part of a group that did, I would probably ditch that campaign because of the unfairness of it. As for the starting loot, well, that's why you have an expected wealth by level in Pathfinder. I'm not sure that strange noise is outside, if you can hear that. Very odd. They were saying yes. You have this expected wealth by level table, and quite frankly, I think it's there for a reason. Now, if you as the GM are doing your job right, I suppose, you shouldn't be using random treasure placement anymore anyway. I mean, I don't think I've done that since early 3.5 D&D. After that, even, I've been running D&D for 15 years, probably, somewhere. No, more than, give or take that. And after that, it kind of just realised to me that you don't do it. You put in some random stuff, and I don't mean rolling randomly, but you put in some stuff that makes sense for the what they've just encountered, or you throw something in to be slightly different. Like I like to mix and match scrolls and stuff and potions. Otherwise, it's always cure light wounds and things like that. But you also put in items that are going to be useful to the party. So if you've got a character in the party that wields a greatsword, then you start putting in a greatsword, masterwork, and then magical for those characters. Otherwise, it's a bit silly. It'd be like most people, I find, take longswords. It's the human racial weapon, as it were. But if you don't have longswords, then they have to spend, all that money on buying the magic weapon of their choice, rather than building up the extra little bits that the game kind of assumes. Now, the idea that other players will turn and go, well, hang on, we earned all our stuff and we haven't got the most optimised stuff, and they're going to come in with exactly what they want. Well, don't argue. Really, don't argue. I'm not saying bump your character off in order to do it, but don't argue, because suddenly you're going to get a character that comes in who can support the party now. The last character might have died, could have been an accident or whatever, but now they're going to be able to support you a lot better. And likewise, if your GM is doing the right thing, and you as a player are utilising your resources properly, you should have the right gear for your character. So I find, as much as I hate the term straw man, I think that's a little bit of a straw man argument if people are going to pull that one. But anyway, that's just like a quick waffle on my thoughts on that. So thanks for the vid. Sorry I missed it the first time around, and I look forward to the next few. Take care and good gaming.